that? So let me move this bar out of the way. Sorry about that. My computer's been a little funny lately. Here we go. Okay, so Samacare is a web-based application. We're all cyber secure, HIPAA compliant. Um, When we go to our practice settings, you'll decide if you have a practice manager that you want to be the admin. An admin can create new users. They'll get weekly reporting that I'll show you at the end of our call, all the reports that you get back that really just help your team to be more efficient. So you know, like which payers are the fastest, which drugs take the longest, all kinds of good info to know. Um, you can make someone read only if they're learning. You want them to look but not touch. Most just users would have neither box checked. You can deactivate if anyone leaves your practice so they don't still have access to your PHI. Are you guys using mostly portals, forms? Is it mostly calls? I hear that a lot with Retina because a lot of it's like really fast, same day. Um, do you know if they're calling to follow up? Okay. You mentioned Blue Cross Blue Shield. Who are a few of your other top payers? Okay. Okay. Um, Beautiful. Then you just led me right into my next point. So any of your portals, they can enter their login information one time. We save it in a keychain. So when they log into Samacare, they're automatically logging into all their portals. Uh, Now, their dashboard will look something like this. We'll import that bolus of patients, and you'll see a long list of patients, payers, drug statuses. So a lot of ways to sort through that. I can look up my patient by name, by drug. I can look by prior auth specialist. So if someone goes out of town, I can make sure nothing slips through the cracks. We can sort by payers, prescriber, location. I know a lot of times your date of service is right now. But if you plan something that's upcoming, um, I can look by any status. So if I just want to see, hey, what's everything that is still pending? Um, I can look by any of my portals. And then we do training with your team. So we do two setup calls. The first one is like gathering your information and your admin training. Second one, we'll want your whole team on. They'll bring a couple of PAs. We trade places. They share their screen so we can walk through them live together. And then they'll have a dedicated customer success manager. That's someone who knows you guys, knows your account. It's their go-to if they have problems. But in real time, if I'm going through and I'm like, oh, I forgot what they said on the training call, I call this the help me button. The chat with us feature is super nice because it's a live person. It's not like a chat bot where you can't quite get your question answered. So annoying. So they just changed this from Pacific to Eastern, but I think those hours are expanding on both ends where it'll be 7 to 7 across the country Pacific time. Where where are you guys? Oh, Central. Hey, me too. Um, oh, that's right. Y'all are in Texas. I'm from Texas. I'm from Arlington, but it, Texas practices have a place in my heart. Um, So with your patients, you'll be able to see who's touched what every step of the way while it's pending. Once we have a terminal status like a approved, denied, action required, whoever submitted it will receive an email with a secure link. Hey, log in at Samacare where they can go directly and see the payer's response because we screenshot everything. So with your portals and your forms, everything is screenshot and saved in the platform. So you have that proof of a payer's response. Let me walk you through one real quick here. Like I said, you can choose a form, a portal. External is for any of those calls, anything you want to document just to track in the system. But obviously you can't screenshot a phone call. So we better for documentation to do portals or forms. It sounds like you guys do more portals. So we'll choose a portal. All of your top ones are going to be in here, but you said you guys do a lot of Scott and White. So odds are that's in here. Mine's a sandbox, so I don't, there it is. Um, so we've worked with about 97% of all payers, but if there's a real small niche local one, we can add it, so that that's available for your team to choose. We just gather that info during onboarding, but sounds like we got you covered. So your hubs, your Carillon, Availity, Evacor, those are all in here. Cover My Meds if you want to do pharmacy benefit. For my demo, I'll just use a payer portal, so we'll choose Cigna. I will start to type a patient's name, and any patient in my EMR that starts with these couple letters, this is where that data pool comes in, will populate along with the PHI check of a date of birth. So we'll choose David here, and all of his info has auto-populated. So I'll choose insurance type. Once I select it once, it's saved in the system. When I hit next, I can choose if it's a medical or pharmacy benefit PA that I'm putting through. I can choose my date of service, so it could be yesterday, that's fine. It can be a date in the past. Anything with a red star has to be filled out. If it doesn't have a red star, it doesn't need to be. Of course, I can mark it as an expedited request, which gets relayed to the payer for faster processing, but it doesn't change what happens in Samacare. So for my HCPCS code, I can type in the name of a drug and it'll pull up that J code for me. I can put in, oh wait, sorry, unit type. So units, we used to always do this in visits, but we heard a lot from retina practices. We need it approved in units. So you can select however many units. I know. Yep. So each PA that you, yeah, no, each PA that you do, you're going to choose, your drug and your unit type if you want it visits or units. Yes, sir. And then we'll input our diagnosis code here. Going a little fast earlier. And then when I hit next, my info is automatically entered because I'm the one that's logged into Samacare. So all of your providers will be entered in here. So with one click, MPIs, tax IDs, those things are auto entered. So they don't have to worry about miskeying something if we start going quickly. Same with your locations. Whoops, you're not oncology, you're retina. And then do you guys take referrals from other physicians? So you can input those. Once you've input it once, it'll be saved in our system as well. So when I hit next, it jumped me over to that payer portal that I initially selected. Your team will be really familiar with these sites, I'm sure. And then the big difference is you'll see this little purple lotus. It's oh so zen, part of our plugin. So with one click, that inputs all of the info that I pulled from your EMR. So I'll just be hitting next, purple lotus next, through each stage of the platform until we're finished. This is a real portal and a fake patient, so I won't fully submit this one. Yes, so we still need a live human for these. So we do have a plugin that works with your browser that you'll see over here on the side. So when I've finished, I can click on that. Everything's going to autofill for me over here, pulling from this portal. So if you do get an automatic approval, we can enter that reference ID here. Any additional documents, so if you do have step therapy notes, letters of medical necessity that you would attach, if you've already attached it through the portal, you don't have to do double work here and also attach it here, but you're welcome to. If I know I'm going to be reauthing this patient in 6 months, I want to keep it with Samacare, so you can upload it here. You see add a screenshot when saving is automatically checked. So when I click save to Samacare, it's going to take a screenshot so that if you ever get a payer response that goes, oh, no auth required, and then they come back and they go, hey, you need a prior auth for that. You have that DNA evidence, like I said. So, under your patient's file in Samacare, you'll see all of your file screenshots. So any communication from you to the payer to you, it all looks like it's going direct, but because it's coming through Samacare, we screenshot it and keep it here. You can download it and upload it to your EMR if that's where you're, want to keep all of these things. It's also always in Samacare. So if your team forgets, let's say this patient no longer comes to see me and I archive him, it's really easy to go back and see my archived patients. So nothing's ever lost. It's a true quality record. Expiring, how are you tracking which patients I need to re-auth? No worries. A lot of times it's like a spreadsheet, sticky notes on you things or something like that. So we do have an expiring tab that makes life super easy. So I can look at what's coming up. Of course, mine's a sandbox and I don't have these in here, but that's super easy so that if I needed to duplicate, it's even faster the second time around. I just choose if I'm doing a portal form, external, hit duplicate, enter my new date of service and hit next through everything, and I'm done. So when you get your approval back, so you'll see your start date entered. You can enter your end date approval code. We've also added tags. So we started in Retina about 7 years ago, and about half the Retina in the country goes through Samacare. So what we heard is I need a way to see how many units are left without clicking into each patient's file. So you can add a tag that's whether it's the portal, they're changing insurance, whatever you want. We don't set these tags, you type them. So you can add whatever you want over here. And then there is an easier, I think it's easier, but who am I to say? A patient view that, let's off of my patient view, that will have your, should have your patients over here. Well, there's something off with my sandbox. It's just a different way of viewing. Because it does look cluttered where you have to go, oh, wait, what am I looking at? So you can just see your patients by drug. You can see your patients by, date, anything like that, insurer. Absolutely. So I just click to change it and then that's, yep. So I enter that end date and just click to edit. So you can change that if they ever come back and go, oh, wait, this is extended, or oh, wait, this ends sooner. Any questions on the platform, or should we talk data? Cool. I know. So practice reporting summaries. You'll get a summary from us monthly. We used to do weekly, but that can be a little much in your inbox. So it's all your stats. It's your denial rates, your, how fast it takes per payer, per drug, per physician, per location, like so much broken down data. But your data is yours to use as you choose. This is Oncology Consultants of Houston, so you'll see approval growth, speed to resolution times, payer mix by volume, by speed, most common reasons for denial, which can just help your team become more efficient. All kinds of fun reports we'll pull together for you. And they'll meet with their customer success manager monthly. So if there are any issues, or if we ever need to train anyone new or retrain, you'll have your go-to customer success manager. Like I said, there are 2 initial onboarding calls. Your kind of data gathering and admin call is in the first one. And then the second call is your go live. It doesn't have to be week 1 and week 2. Those could be day 1 and day 2 if you want. They're just 2 separate calls. So as soon as we get we do a BAA, MSA, so we can share PHI, but there's no contract because there's no you have to use us or gotchas, minimums or anything like that. We just need to be able to share your patient data. And then, as soon as, do you have a manager of your office that would like kind of be in charge of the cause? Who is that? What's their name? You know what? You don't have to decide right now. It's okay. Okay. Um, cool. Well, I just hit send on our follow-up email that has this deck in it, but it also has a link to our BAA, a case study, a little demo video. So if you sign the BAA and get it back to us, I can introduce you to our onboarding team, and then we'll get that first kickoff call set up and invite anyone you want to that. If it's Michelle or your whole team. Perfect. And any questions that you have as you go through, feel free to pop me an email back, or my phone number's in there, whatever's easy. Of course. Thanks, Dr. Cole. Yeah, appreciate you. Bye-bye.